Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital recaps for Tuesday, June 17 reveal Daisy Gilmore Corinthos, Levi Clark Coughlin, goes missing, while Emma Scorpio Drake, Braiding Bruner, is caught in Professor Henry Hank Dalton's Daniel Goddard office. Meanwhile, Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson, devises a plan with his new partner in crime, Curtis Ashford, Donald Turner. Also, Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, pitched an idea, while Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens Bruning, was surprised, and Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, bullied and blackmailed Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, and Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watrose. In Dalton's office, Emma enters to find Vaughn, Bryce Durfee, kissing Joss, and they pretend to be involved. They request her to keep the secret, and she hesitantly agrees. Vaughn returns to his work, and Emma warns that her silence will cost Joss. Emma expresses her frustration about deserving the position, while Joss accuses her of being petty. Emma refers to it as karma. She demands that Joss leave her alone in Dalton's office, or she will inform Dalton about their relationship. Later, Vaughn is swimming in the pool, and when he surfaces, Joss approaches him and kisses him. He tells him that he initiated it, and now they must pretend to be a couple. At the Metro Court pool, Lulu expresses her sincere apologies to Gio Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, for revealing his parents' secret at the ball. He believes she has nothing to apologize for. She confesses that she was searching for Charlotte Casadine, Scarlett Fernandez, and accidentally discovered that Brooke Lynn Quartermaine Chase, Amanda Seton, had given up a child of hers and Dante Falcone's, Dominic Zamprogna. She realized he would want to know about his son. Gio senses that she is about to suggest he listen to Dante, but he only cares about Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, and Rocco Falconeri, Finn Carr. She is pleasantly surprised he cares about his younger half-brother. General Hospital recaps for June 17 note that Gio wonders why Lulu didn't inform Dante immediately. She recognizes that she should have. She understands that BLQ was unaware of him and hadn't even met him. This frustrates Gio, but he realizes it's the usual procedure, so the mother doesn't form any attachments. He's still hurt and holds Brooke Lynn responsible for not being interested in him. Lulu stands up for Brooke Lynn, but Gio believes she should have been aware of their connection. Lulu argues that it doesn't always happen that way. She found out the truth only because of how passionately Lois Cirillo, Reina Sofa, defended him to Dante. Gio wonders if Lulu thinks they truly cared about him. Lulu acknowledges that they meant well, but they went too far. She reveals more details, and he is shocked to learn that his birthday is May 15th. In the meantime, back at the pool with Joss and Vaughn, she shares the news of Emma's blackmail, and Vaughn confesses that Emma has been showing interest in Dalton. Joss sighs, realizing that Emma is unaware of the trouble she's stepping into by being flirtatious with the professor, and Joss devises a plan to keep Emma distanced from Dalton. She tells Vaughn that he should become a member of Emma's animal rights organization and then steer her away from Dalton to keep her distracted with the animals. Vaughn is impressed by how well she's grasping the situation and learning Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, and Diane Miller, Carolyn Hennessy. Brooke Lynn reveals that Britt Westburn, Kelly Thibaud, had taken an embryo from Dante and Lulu many years ago. Then she implanted it, became pregnant, and subsequently gave birth to a baby boy. Marco Rios, Adrienne Ancondo, is taken aback. She expresses her desire to locate Rocco's original birth certificate to check if Britt's name appears on it. He notes this down and inquires about her reasons for wanting it. Since she is paying him, she will determine how to use the information. After Brooke Lynn exits the office, he makes a call, stating that before his mother testifies against Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, they require guarantees. He insists on having a deal documented. Dante and Rocco are at the batting cages when Sonny arrives, and the guys exchange playful banter. Sonny asks Rocco to fetch Vito, uncast, so they can grab his mitt while the adults discuss interim DA Justine Turner, Nazneen contractor, who is putting pressure on Sonny. Sonny expresses his regret that Dante has to face this situation. Dante confesses that this entire ordeal has made him value Sonny as his father more. He mentions that Gio hasn't reached out and questions why he has no trust in his family. Sonny is confident that Gio will eventually come around. He promises to take care of his grandson. In the hospital, Sasha expresses her gratitude to Felicia Scorpio, Christina Wagner, and Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, for providing her with a place to stay. However, she and Daisy Gilmore Corinthos, Levy Clark Coughlin, are planning to return to the Qs, as it truly feels like home to her. Overwhelmed with emotion, she tears up and reflects on how fortunate she is to be surrounded by so much love. She feels a deep sense of gratitude towards Willow Tate, Kathleen McMullen, for helping her deliver her baby. But her heart aches for Willow, especially upon learning that she was hospitalized after receiving the heartbreaking news about losing the children. Across town, Michael visits Curtis Ashford's, Donald Turner, office, where he receives congratulations on the arrival of his new baby. He presents his resignation and discloses Drew's blackmail scheme. He expresses his discontent that this situation has compromised Aurora's integrity. Michael stands firm against it and rips the documents apart. "Do whatever it takes to protect your family. I'm here for you." Together, they will take down Drew. Michael advises to Curtis to let Drew believe he's winning. The more at ease he feels, the better it is for them. He mentions that he and Willow were prepared to find a middle ground until Drew manipulated his child, leaving him in tears, all for the sake of joint custody. Curtis is appalled. Nana prevents Drew from visiting Willow at GH, explaining that her daughter needs to avoid any shock and disruption. Since they aren't married, he has no legal rights. She made sure he wasn't included on the visitor list, and she's taking her daughter home today. Drew insists that won't happen. He turns to Portia, who both that he is in charge, not them, and pulls them into Portia's office and accuses them of hiring Jacinda, Paige Herschel, to drug him. Portia tries to challenge him, but he claims he can prove it. Drew threatens them, stating he will give them one last chance. If either of them messes up, Portia will lose her job, and Nina's relationship with Willow will be over. Nina concedes, and is instructed to be by his side when her daughter goes home. He tells Portia to ensure Curtis writes an article about the unfairness of the Corinthos custody hearing. Elsewhere, Willow is feeling down and recalls Michael's words, accusing her of choosing Drew over their children. She's very depressed as she lays in her hospital bed, although she is dressed to go home and no longer in a hospital gown. Lucas Jones, Van Hansis, shows up and informs her that she will be released today, but with tears in her eyes, she responds that there's no place to go without her kids. Lucas reassures her that Michael will set up a time for her to see them, trying to encourage her. After all, Michael lets him visit Wiley Corinthos, Viron Weaver. He then leaves to fetch her discharge papers. GH recaps for Tuesday's show note that Dalton enters his office to find Emma searching through his things, and she fabricates a story about Joss having to leave and requesting her to complete the filing. He plans to discuss this with Joss about this, but Emma is pleased to be in his company and requests assistance with an equation. He helps her with the application, and she expresses her gratitude. Playfully, and in a seductive manner, she asks if she can take a look at his lab. He compliments her intelligence but explains that she cannot view his current research due to restrictions from his sponsors. Back at GH, a nurse enters with Daisy, and the women immediately swoon. But when Sasha gazes at her baby's face, she realizes that the child isn't hers. "This isn't Daisy. Where's my baby? What did you do with her?" She panics, asking frantically. Michael steps into Sasha's room, only to discover that Daisy is missing, and Sasha's panicking and tries to comfort her. Moments later, Lucas brings her back. It turns out the nurse had simply handed over the wrong baby at first, having put her in the wrong bassinet. Sasha feels relieved as she and Michael cradle the baby together. Lucas expresses his apologies and leads Felicia into the hallway to explain that such errors are rare and shouldn't occur. Outside Willow's room, Nina and Drew are in a heated discussion. He questions what would become of her daughter if she were to lose both of them, prompting Nina to concede. They rush into her room and take her hand, and she expresses her fatigue. Drew is eager to take her home. Teary-eyed, she confesses that she wishes for that too. Meanwhile, Portia heads to Aurora to meet Curtis, following Drew's orders, and Curtis lets out a sigh. So predictable, he remarks. He plans to oversee the editorial and deal with Michael, while Portia despises this situation. Now at the Quartermain mansion, Rocco discovers his glove and greets Brooklyn. The moment is tense. He mentions that he had a conversation with Gio, who is pleased that they are siblings. He feels anger towards his father, but fails to realize that his frustration should be directed at her instead. He wishes for her to discuss the matter with Gio, but she describes it as complicated. Back at the hospital, while Willow is signing out at GH, Michael rolls Willow and Daisy out on a wheelchair. An uncomfortable silence falls as everyone exchanges glances. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.